This is a technical review of the Nintendo Wii U Gamecube controller adapters and the new Smash controllers for melee purposes. The main use of the adapter is to play with Gamecube controllers in Dolphin and other games. So far, this niche was filled by the Mayflash dual adapter, but at the retail price of $20 or €20 versus approximately 16 for the Mayflash, featuring twice as many ports, the Nintendo adapter easily beats it, offering more stable inputs as expected for a first-party product. Setting it up is fairly easy. Plug it into two USB ports and install Almasivos drivers per default. All that's left is to configure it properly, which I will show to you now. After the installation, you will be left with this window. Clicking on Windows Gamepad Info and hitting Properties will take you to the testing and calibration settings. The calibration process is pretty self-explanatory, so I won't walk you through it. Important to know is that the first Z-axis, this one here, is for the L analog slider. The X rotation is for the C-stick horizontal axis and the Y rotation for the C-stick vertical axis. The second Z-axis, finally, is for the R analog slider. After calibration, you need to set up the Dolphin controls to the correct inputs. When all is done, everything works fairly well, but the responsiveness isn't too good. For example, dash dances will sometimes get stuck. I'm pretty sure this is because the drivers are currently set to pull every 20 milliseconds, while GameCubes and the Mayflash dual drivers pull approximately every 5 milliseconds. Thus, its performance right now is worse than Mayflash, but I'm confident improved drivers with more frequent polling will be released soon. I will just show you the problem so you understand what I'm talking about. So, I'm doing just the normal dash dance motion, and you see that it gets stuck in his dashing and running animations very early. This does not happen at all with the Mayflash adapters. Yeah. Thus, its performance right now is worse than Mayflash, but I'm confident improved drivers with more frequent polling will be released soon. As soon as that happens, the Nintendo adapter will definitely outperform the Mayflash adapter, as the latter has good analog imports when having plugged in two controllers. In short, one of the two controllers on the with the Mayflash one will have its value offset by 10, which is usually not enough to cause idle walking, but enough to be noticeable and annoying. Thus, for high precision inputs, the Mayflash adapter offers only one port, while the Nintendo adapter does 4. Now let's jump to the controller. The mainboard of this controller is from a Japanese white controller, which is the most recent one prior to the Smash controller, so I will open them side by side to compare and see what's changed. From the outside, the shell feels rougher than all other official controllers I've had so far, even when they were new. I think this is an improvement because there is more friction, making it less likely that it gets all slippery. The shoulder triggers don't feel that good. The entire controller vibrates a bit after you push them. I think they will need some modifications until I'm happy with them. The analog sticks feel good. The spring seems to have relatively little resistance for a new controller. However, there is a slight loose zone, which is something that I don't like to see on a new controller. The loose zone is when you can move the control stick knob around even without trying at all. Like I'm hardly even applying pressure, but it's still moving. This is bad because it decreases the value range available to you. Now, when it's as light as it is right now, this has hardly any effect in game, but if it becomes larger, you will have to push it by more distance to get, for example, a dash in the other direction or something like that. So let's open them up. Okay, so the first thing that I've noticed is that just like the Japanese white controllers, both C-stick and control stick are of Type 3 design. You can tell by looking at these holes, and they have screws inside, and only Type 3 stick boxes have screws inside. Generally, I think that Type 3 stick boxes are the best, but Type 2 stick boxes are also pretty good, and some even prefer them, because they tend to have slightly less pushing resistance. Yeah, the other thing that I wanted to check is whether there are metal bars inside. Starting with I think with the Japanese white controllers, Nintendo decided to remove the metal bars that used to be stuck to this element and this one, this black one. No one really knows why Nintendo did that, because I don't think that these metal bars are that expensive. But without them, the triggers tend to be less held in place and wiggle around a bit. It might be necessary to loop them up or something to make them not get stuck like they tend to do when you don't press them in the middle, but more at the edges. Yeah, so yeah, that's definitely a Type 3 stick box. And looking at it now, it seems to be looped pretty well. But pushing it now, it seems that it does have quite a bit of resistance, so the spring isn't as weak as I thought earlier. Yeah, and the C-stick is Type 3 as well, which is really good, because usually when the control stick is worn out from dash dancing and whatnot, you can exchange control stick and C-stick, but yeah, that's only possible when both of them are Type 3. With black controllers and purple controllers, sometimes one of them is Type 3 while the other one is Type 1 or 2, and in that case you can't do that. Yeah, so this confirms that the new Smash controllers are essentially the same as the Japanese white controllers. When I'm looking at the mainboard layout, there don't seem to be any differences at all. At least I don't see any right now, except for this handwriting here, but I don't think that's important. Yeah, so that's really all I wanted to show with this video. Thank you for watching.